All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful forces shaping your world: advertising. It's absolutely everywhere, and it influences what you buy, what you believe, and yeah, even how you feel. So, how does this whole thing actually work? Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with just a number: 3,000. What do you think? Any idea what that represents in your day to day life? It's not your step count, it's not calories. It's something you're hit with constantly, and honestly, most of the time, you probably don't even notice it. So, what's the deal with 3,000? Well, that is the number of advertising messages the average person living in a city is exposed to every single day. I mean, think about it. From the logo on your coffee cup to that pop up ad on your phone, you're basically navigating a world built on messages, all designed to influence you. So yeah, this 3,000 ad-a-day world we're all living in, how does it actually work? What are the rules, the goals? Who are the people pulling the strings? To really get it, we've got to start with a solid definition. Okay, let's pull this definition apart a bit. Paid. Well, that's pretty simple. Someone's paying for this message to get to you. Non-personal just means it's coming at you through mass media, right? It's not a one-on-one chat. And identified sponsor. This is a big one. You're supposed to know who's talking to you. It's not just random noise. It's persuasion with a name attached. All right, so we've got the what down, but what about the why? I mean, what's the end game here? Before we get into all the moving parts, we really need to understand the fundamental purpose. What makes an ad truly great? And here's the thing. The real test of a great ad, it's not about how funny it is or if it wins some fancy award. It's all about results. Did it do what it was supposed to do? Did sales jump by 10%? Did it change how people see the brand? Did it just make you aware that this new thing even exists? That's the real measure of success. And those goals usually fall into two big buckets. First, you've got promotional advertising. This is the direct stuff, right? The buy one, get one free, or 50% off this weekend only. It's all about getting you to buy something right now. Then, on the other side, there's institutional advertising. This is the long game. Think about those big Nike campaigns. Just do it. They're not selling you one specific sneaker. They're selling you an entire idea, an image, building up that brand loyalty over time. Okay, so we know what ads are and what they're trying to do. But who's actually making all this stuff? It's best to think of it like a whole ecosystem, really. You've got these key players, and they each have a super specific role, and they're all operating in this environment. We're going to call it their playground. First, you have the advertiser. This is the company, the client. Could be a giant like Coca-Cola or your local pizza place. They're the ones with something to sell, a goal in mind, and, the money to get it done. The whole thing starts with them. Then they go to the advertising agency. These are the creative brains of the operation. So Coca-Cola might come to them and say, hey, we need to connect with a younger crowd. And the agency is the one that dreams up the whole campaign, the cool concepts, the visuals, that song you can't get out of your head. And then there's the media. This is how the ad actually gets to you. It's the delivery service, basically. So whether you're scrolling Instagram, watching a huge game on TV, or just driving past a billboard, the media is that bridge connecting the message to you. And you can't forget the vendors. These are all the specialists who help make it happen. We're talking about the photographers, the copywriters, the graphic designers, the people who code the website ads. They're the pros who bring that creative vision to life with their specific skills. And last, but honestly, most importantly, there's the target audience. That's us. That's you. The specific group of people an ad is trying to influence. Literally every single decision, from the words they use to where they place the ad, it's all done with this group in mind. If you don't know your audience, you've got nothing. So this playground where all these players meet, it's pretty much split into four big areas. You've got your classic print media, newspapers, magazines. Then there's broadcast media, which is TV and radio. Of course, there's the massive world of internet advertising. And finally, specialty media, like the pens, mugs, and tote bags with company logos all over them. This whole complex system didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's got a really fascinating history, evolving from these super simple printed flyers to the crazy digital world we're all swimming in today. Yeah, this timeline gives you a really quick look at how it all went down. It really kicked off in the age of print. Then, boom, the Industrial Revolution hits, and suddenly there's all this mass-produced stuff that needs to be sold. By the 1920s, you start seeing agencies pop up to make it all official. The 60s and 70s, that was the creative era. Think Mad Men, right? All about big, clever, bold ideas. And then that led right into the accountability era, where suddenly the data and the results became just as important as the cool idea itself. Okay, so we've gone through the what, the why, the who, and the how. But so what? Why does any of this matter to you personally, besides just being someone who buys stuff? Well, because once you understand the game, you start seeing the world through a totally different lens. Let's chew on a couple of quotes from a total legend in the ad world, David Ogilvy. He said, "Big ideas are usually simple ideas." And that's just so true, isn't it? In this incredibly noisy world, it's the simplest messages. Think about something like "got milk." Those are the ones that actually cut through and stick in your brain. Here's another great one from him that really gets at the incredible craft involved. Every word in the copy must count. This is so key. Great advertising isn't just about throwing some pretty words on a page. It's a super precise, disciplined art form where every single element, every single word is chosen for one reason: to persuade. And check out this idea from Bruce Barton. It kind of elevates the whole discussion, framing advertising as something more than just selling stuff. He compared it to a democracy, saying an election goes on every single minute of the day in stores all over the country. It's this idea that we, the consumers, are constantly voting with our money, deciding which brands and companies get to lead. And all of this really leaves us with one last big question to noodle on. After seeing how it all works, the 3,000 daily messages, the players, the goals, what do you think? Is this incredibly powerful industry just a mirror, reflecting our culture and what we already want? Or is it more like a hammer, actively shaping our values, our choices, and the kind of society we live in? The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, but it's definitely something to think about the next time an ad catches your eye.